Hello everyone and welcome to Pitchside Pursuit, the ultimate football quiz game show that tests your favourite content creators' football knowledge. Today, we're joined by the Flat Chat, specifically Aaron from the Flat Chat. How are you doing, mate?
I'm very well, happy to be here.
It's great having you on. So, how do you think your football knowledge is?
Usually this sort of thing should be my bread and butter, but if any of the viewers have watched anything on the channel, I can come out with a few wild things, but I like to think I'm at least okay. I'm happy with whatever happens today, so...
No, I'm excited. I'm loving your background, by the way.
Yep, of course.
I'm assuming you support Celtic.
Big Celtic man, yes. Just come off the semi-final against Aberdeen, so I'm a happy man.
Who's winning the league at the moment between Rangers and Celtic?
Actually, it's weird up in Scotland at the moment. Aberdeen are second, Rangers are third, Celtic are at the top, Aberdeen are behind us on goal difference, and then Rangers are like a good 8-9 points further back. They've had a shocking start to the season, as I've let the boys know on many an occasion, because they're Rangers fans, so...
You're causing a rift between your group.
Nah. Hey, listen, they give it large before the games as well. I just sit back and go, it's fine, because after Celtic win, I'm going, you're right, boys.
No, fair enough, that sounds good. Right, well, before we get into the game, let's get into the rules. Pitchside Pursuit is the ultimate football quiz game show that requires quick thinking and strategy. Each episode, a new contestant steps up to challenge themselves against the clock, their football knowledge, and the ever-growing leaderboard. Here's how the game works. Contestants will participate in 5 challenging rounds, each testing different aspects of their football knowledge. The 5 rounds are: Who Am I?, Spotkick Selection, Quickfire Kickoff, Precision Play, and there will be a 60-second quiz at the end. Every round offers a chance to earn points, but how well you score depends on your football expertise and the decisions you make under pressure. It's not just about knowing the facts, it's about being quick, precise, and strategic. The contestant also has the opportunity to apply a ×2 multiplier to any given round, meaning their points will be doubled. However, this can only be activated before that round begins, and it can only be used once. At the end of the episode, the points will be tallied and added to the golden leaderboard, showcasing all of the other contestants who have taken part this season. Now, without any further ado, let's get into it. For round number 1, we have a game of Who Am I? So, Aaron, I have a football player in mind, and I'm going to give you 10 clues. If you get the player right on the first clue, you get 10 points. However, if you get them right on the last clue, you only get 1 point. You have 3 attempts at guessing. However, if you make an incorrect guess on your third go, you are automatically out with 0 points.
Yep, sounds good.
For clue number 1, he started his career at Metz in France.
Metz in France, okay. Immediately thinking a Ligue 1 player, but I'm gonna keep going in that as well. I'm definitely not one of the ones that will guess after 10. We've got 3 lives. We can take it a wee bit easy here.
Because Toby, just to let you know, he actually guessed it right on the first go.
I was going to say, has anyone actually guessed it on the first go? Like, I'd seen like a couple. Like,
yeah.
Fair play, man.
Pure scenes, by the way, absolute scenes. I couldn't believe it, to be honest. I was like, did I make the question too? Guess was it too easy? Right. Well, we'll move on to clue number 2. In 2020, he was ranked 4th for the Ballon d'Or.
Ooh, 4th for the Ballon d'Or. Okay, there's a name in my head, but I'm happy to keep going right now.
Well, anyway, moving on to clue number 3 for 8 points. In 2021, he built a hospital in his hometown.
Oh. I'm trying to think. I've actually got a name in my head now. I'm gonna guess. Is it Sadio Mane?
Sadio Mane, you locking him in?
Yeah, I'll lock him in.
Sadio Mane is correct with 8 points. Yes, he did build a hospital in his hometown.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. I remember seeing the story. I'm like, hang on a minute. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
For the next few clues, I had he scored 111 goals in the Premier League. But he's also the third African player to score 100 goals in the Premier League as well.
Yeah, fair play.
I want to get this right because I don't want to mess up on this fact. I believe George Weah is the last footballer from Africa to be in the top 3 in the Ballon d'Or. Obviously, he won it.
I think so. I think since there's definitely not been anyone that's won it, but I think in terms of top 3 as well, that might be right.
It's just weird, like Mo Salah not getting in the top 3 at all.
I know, like considering what he's done with Liverpool and that as well, you'd think surely he's won Champions League, won the Premier League, surely he's in there.
Yeah, it's absolutely mental. Now we're moving on to round number 2. For round number 2, we have Spotkick selection. So, Aaron, in front of you, you have 16 answers that are all blank. And I'm going to ask you a football question. Out of those 16 options, there are 10 correct options, but 6 are incorrect. You have to keep guessing. For every one you get right, you get 1 point. However, you only get 1 life. So as soon as you mess up, you're automatically out, but you keep all of the points you previously gained. Does that make sense?
Yep, high stakes, like it.
Okay, Aaron, I think this is quite a hard one today.
Oh.
I want you to name me a player that has scored in a World Cup final.
Straight away, I'm going to lock in Mario Götze, 2014 against Argentina.
Correct.
Kylian Mbappe scored a hat-trick.
Yeah, he scored a hat-trick in 2022 and 1 goal in 2018.
Messi scored a penalty in the final in 22.
Messi is correct, yep.
I believe Jeff Hurst scored one of the goals in 66.
That is correct, he actually scored a hat-trick.
There you go. I was going to say, was he the one that scored the hat? I knew he scored, I didn't know how many he'd got.
Yeah, got a cheeky little hat-trick in the year we won the World Cup. Come on, lads, up the six. That's wicked.
Hey, listen, it's fine. Listen, England, Scotland got a little bit. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think as well. I'm trying to remember the 18 final because I'm looking at Mandzukic right now. I'm going to go for Mandzukic.
Ooh, that is a bold shout. Mandzukic scored an own goal, but he also scored as well in the final.
Take that, come on. Love it.
Yeah, in theory he scored 2 goals, but not really.
There you go. I think it would be rude to not go for Pele. I'm going to go for Pele.
Going for Pele. That is correct. He scored 2 in 1958 and 1 goal in 1970. So you're currently on 6 points. So there are 4 more correct answers.
I'm trying to have a look. I'm looking through the names at the moment. I'm going to go for Zidane next.
Zidane, you're locking in Zidane?
I'll lock in Zidane.
That is correct. He scored 2 in 1998 and 1 goal in 2006.
I'm just trying to remember who's been in finals. I'm going to go for Lautaro Martinez.
For Argentina?
For Argentina.
Martinez is incorrect. He didn't score.
Oh, I'm surprised at that. I thought maybe he would have, but fair enough. I was between Martinez and Petit, because I'm thinking 98 or 22.
Petit, he did score in 1998. He scored 1 goal.
Fair enough. Hey, it is what it is. I'll take 7. 7's I'm very happy with 7.
Yeah, I mean, you got 8 points in the first round, 7 in the second. So, Petit scored in 1998. You then had Carlos Alberto in 1970, he scored 1 goal. And then finally, it was Paul Breitner, who scored in 1974 and 1982. I believe he was a left back as well.
Fair enough. Like, I was gonna say, I was looking between him and Klose for the German one. I'm like, I was gonna go Klose obviously because he's had the records. He's obviously got the record for most goals. But I figured you might have tried to be sneaky with that one. So I'm like, hey, 7's not bad. I'll take it.
Closer, yeah, never scored. Bit of a shocking thing actually, but no, you did very well. You're currently on 15 points overall. But now let's move on to round number 3. For round number 3, we have Quickfire Kickoff. So, Aaron, at the very start, I'm going to ask you to pick a category out of 2. As soon as you pick the category, I will then follow up with asking you 5 questions, which are multiple choice. If you get one right, you get 2 points. However, if you get it incorrect, you obviously get 0. So, the 2 categories are Premier League transfers or appearances.
Okay, I'm going to go for transfers. I think I've got more of a chance with transfers.
So, for question number 1. Out of the following players, who is the most expensive Liverpool signing? Was it A, Andy Carroll, B, Luis Suarez, C, Ryan Gravenberch, or D, Fernando Torres?
Right, okay. I know Carroll was around 40-50. I don't think it's Gravenberch. Torres and Suarez. I'm trying to remember how much they got them for. I'm going to go for Andy Carroll. I know he was expensive.
Andy Carroll is correct for 41 million euros.
I know that was a crazy one back in the day. I remember that. I was like, geez, oh.
Yeah, 41 million. What was that? Was that 2010, 2011?
I think it was right. Was it not Hodgson that signed him? Or one of them?
I think you're right. Yeah, so he was 41 million. Gravenberch was 40, so just under. Torres was 38 million, and then Luis Suarez is 26.5 million euros.
Bargain. Absolute bargain.
Absolute bargain. My dad's a Liverpool fan. Shout out Simon. Hope you like that question.
There you go. Shout out to you, Simon.
Moving on to question number 2. In 2016, Manchester City signed German winger Leroy Sané for around £37 million. But from which club? Was it A, RB Leipzig, B, FC Schalke, C, Bayern Munich, or D, Wolfsburg?
Okay, I don't believe it's Leipzig. I don't believe he ever played for them. I know they have signed a lot of people from Wolfsburg. They've signed De Bruyne for big money from there. I know he's currently at Bayern right now. I don't think he's went back though. So I'm going to go for Schalke.
FC Schalke is correct. He did come from Schalke. There you go, you're 2 for 2 at the moment.
I'll take this, seriously, this is good, I'm loving this, come on.
Now we move on to question number 3. Arsenal signed 4 players on the last day of the 2011 transfer window, but which of these players did not sign on that day? Is it A, Per Mertesacker, B, Mikel Arteta, C, Yoshi Benayoun, or D, Andre Arshavin?
Oh, okay, this is when I wish I had Cal next to me. He could have helped me out with this one. I know Mertesacker was there around 2012. Arshavin was there before because I think he scored all 4 against Arsenal, and I think that was before that. Arteta was around about then, I think, from Everton. I'm going to go for Arshavin. I'll lock in Arshavin.
Andre Arshavin is correct. You've got full points at the moment.
I will take that, seriously. Like, come on.
That's absolutely mental. No, I mean, you might be able to get full marks. You should have used your double points round.
I was going to say, well, we'll save that. We'll save that. I've got it in the bank. It's all good.
Now we move on to question number 4. Who is Aston Villa's most expensive ever signing? Is it A, Ollie Watkins, B, Amadou Onana, C, Moussa Diaby, or D, Ian Maatsen?
Oh, this one's a little bit tougher. I think Maatsen was fairly cheap. I don't think it's him. I'm kind of stuck between Diaby and Onana because I know Onana was very expensive. As Jacob has reminded me very often that Everton are still selling players for the amount of money they're selling them for. Thanks, lads. It's between those two. I am going to go for Diaby.
Moussa Diaby. You were on the right lines. Moussa Diaby is incorrect.
Okay.
It is Amadou Onana.
Fair enough.
Onana in euros was 59.35 million. Diaby was 55. Maatsen was 44.5 million. And then Ollie Watkins was 34 million. You were on the right lines.
Yeah, the logic was good in that as well. I have a feeling Jacob will remind me about this one whenever he sees this.
That was quite a close one though, to be fair. So yeah, you've got, out of 4, you got 1 wrong. Shout out to George, my granddad. He's also an Aston Villa fan. I'm not doing this for shout out my whole family, but I've just realised he's going to like that. So let's move on to the 5th and final question. Blackburn nearly signed Robert Lewandowski in 2010. However, the deal did not go through. Why? Was it A, because of an earthquake, B, a tsunami, C, a volcano erupted, or D, a mudslide?
Right. I think I've got a good idea for this one, actually. I believe that was because the volcano in Iceland had erupted at that time, and it grounded all the flights, so he couldn't fly in. So I'm going to go for that. I'm going to go for volcano, please.
Volcano erupted is correct. Yes, that is 8 points out of 10. That's mental, isn't it? Like, you could have played for Blackburn.
I genuinely, there's so many of these transfers that's like pure Mandela effects. one up here in Scotland that's quite famous is Riyad Mahrez and St Mirren. But basically he decided...
No way.
Yeah, it was. Like, I think he was on trial with St Mirren, and then I think he didn't like it very much, so I think he eventually left. He left on a bicycle, he snuck out of the training session, then I think that's where he ended up at like Le Havre and that as well, and obviously he's went on to City and everything else.
That is mental. I never knew that was a fact.
Yeah.
He got on his bike. Wow.
Scottish football, undefeated.
Absolutely undefeated. It makes you think as well, like, what transfers could have happened, like, in the past, like...
I mean, we've had a few. Martin O'Neill in 02 said we nearly signed Rivaldo.
Wow. I mean, that would have been a pretty good signing.
I would have took that. I mean, we ended up with Juninho, which we thought was a good signing, but he didn't do very well, unfortunately, up here.
That's fair enough. Now we move on to round number 4. For round number 4, we have precision play. So, Aaron, in front of you, you have 5 options, and I'm going to read out a football statement. Now, all of the options are technically correct. However, you want to pick the most relevant answer. If you get the answer right on the first go, you get 10 points. But if you don't, you basically keep guessing until you get the correct answer. So, I want you to name me the Brazilian player with the most Premier League goals.
Okay. Straight away, there's one name I'm looking at, and I'm gonna go for him. I'm gonna go for Firmino.
Why Firmino?
Because he signed very early under Klopp. He was probably their main striker, and obviously had those years when he was next to Salah and Mane. So, like, that's where my logic is with that. Martinelli, I think, still a little bit on the low side. Jesus, maybe. Willian and Richarlison, maybe for Everton and other places as well. But Firmino was the name that stuck out in my head first of all.
Aaron, you've been doing quite well so far. And it's carrying on. You just got 10 points.
Come on!
10 points off the bat. So, Roberto Firmino is first. He's got 82 goals in the Premier League. Second is Gabriel Jesus with 73. Richarlison with 60 goals. Then fourth is Willian for 47. And then finally, at fifth, is Martinelli with 34 goals. That is absolutely mental. So, let's move on to the fifth and final round. For the fifth and final round, we have the 60-second challenge. So, Aaron, I'm just basically going to ask you a bunch of questions within 60 seconds. As soon as I ask the question and you get it right, you get 1 point. If you don't get it right, you get 0 points. You just want to get as many points as you can within 60 seconds.
I would like to take my times 2 for this one.
It's going to be really close for first.
I hope so. Eric, I'm coming for you, buddy.
Just for the viewers at home, just to let you know, if I'm reading out a question and it's gone over the 60 seconds, I will continue to let Aaron finish. Are we ready?
We are ready. Come on.
The 60-second timer starts in 3, 2, 1. Which club did Real Madrid sell Kaká to in 2013?
AC Milan.
Correct. Which FA Cup winning captain dropped the trophy when lifting it in 2020?
Pass.
Aubameyang. How many Portuguese players have won the Ballon d'Or?
3.
Correct. Which country is famous for their tiki-taka style of play?
Spain.
Correct. In what year did the Hand of God incident occur in the World Cup?
1986.
Correct. Which team is nicknamed the Baggies?
West Brom.
Correct. Which player has scored the most goals in a single World Cup tournament?
Just Fontaine.
Correct. Which Argentinian club did Lionel Messi play for in his youth?
Newell's Old Boys.
Correct. Which player won the Puskas Award in 2011?
Pass.
Neymar. Which player has the most yellow cards in Premier League history?
Wayne Rooney.
It's Gareth Barry. And for the last question, Cristiano Ronaldo helped Portugal win the Euros in which year?
2016.
Correct. Wow. How do you think you did?
I think I did really well. I think throughout today's been a good day for me. I think we've found me on one of my rare good days. So I'll take this. I think it's been really good.
Regardless of the score, I just want to say, Aaron, you've done very, very well. It's just impressive. I would absolutely fumble under the pressure. You've done very well today, so well done. Aaron, I've got your score.
Oh, exciting. The tension, you can feel the tension building here.
Where do you think you placed?
I think I did really, really well. I said at the start of this, if I got anywhere near, like, Eric and Luke, I think I'd have had a good day because we've done videos with them and they are brain boxes. They know their stuff. So If I've got anywhere near them, I'm quite happy.
So bearing in mind, Eric is first place with 47. Aaron, you just got 49 points. You are first in the series.
Love
49. You've beaten Eric by 2 points. You absolutely smashed this game, this series today. As you can see, the leaderboard has updated, so Aaron from the Flat Chat is at the very, very top. That is going to be hard to beat. Bear in mind, there's 2 episodes left. I would be very surprised if anyone beat 49.
There you go. I was going to say I'm very, very happy. Like that is as good as I could have ever possibly hoped for. So I'm delighted, mate. Yeah. Come on.
Thank you so much to Aaron and the Flat Chat for coming on today. Thank you to everyone that did watch this episode as well. If you did enjoy, please like, subscribe, comment down below what you'd like to see on this channel as well. Thank you again to Aaron. If you could check out their channel at the Flat Chat, that would be absolutely amazing. And we will see you next week for another episode. See you later.